Hello guys, welcome to SA2 e-learning. In this video, we will learn C programming data types and syntax. Before this, I will brief you guys what we learned in the previous video. We have learned about the compiler and also executed a program. So the compiler is the one which checks for the format and the syntax of your instructions and then converts your instructions to binary format. So let's see the program which we had executed in the previous video. I hope you are seeing the same program on your screens now. So in this, the stdio.h, which is the first line, is basically the library which has input output functions like printf and scanf. Hash include is a preprocessor directive. And coming to the main function, this is the function from where the execution of your program starts. Printf, as I told you before, it is one of the functions of stdio.h and it prints whatever written inside the brackets onto your console. So this was a brief explanation about the previous video. Let us understand the C data types now. Let us consider the same example of adding two numbers in the calculator. So you press 10 on the calculator and press the positive symbol and then press 20 and the result 30 will be displayed on your screen. So in this case, you know that these two are the integers in the sense these two are the numbers, and the calculator also knows that it is going to receive only the numbers. Other than numbers, you cannot enter anything else on the calculator, right? Either you need to enter the numbers or the symbols. Other than these two things, you cannot enter anything on your calculator. So in this case, there is no need to provide what kind of data you are going to enter, because you are going to enter only the numbers here. So in order to do that, there are some data types which have been defined in the C programming language. So let us learn them now. The first one is integer. Let us take the same example of adding two numbers, but now we are not going to perform this operation on the calculators, but we are going to write the instructions, or we are going to write the C program to check the usage of the data types and also the execution of the program. So let's start writing our addition program. I will create a new file. So you need to include stdio.h as it contains standard input output function hash include stdio.h, and then you need to write the main function, because main function is the function from where the processor start executing your program, and then you start declaring your variables. So in order to add two integers, you need two variables, right? One is int a. Here int is the data type of a, int b, and integer is the data type of b variable as well. Now since the addition of two integers will always be an integer, I will declare a variable of integer to store the result of these two, to store the result of the addition, int sum. Then I will assign the values: a is equal to 10, b is equal to 10, and then I will perform addition. Sum is equal to a plus b. Then I will do printf percentage d is called as type specifier. I will explain it in the next video, and you need to write some here. So this is the syntax you need to follow when you want to print the data which is present inside a variable. So I want to print the data which is present inside the variable sum here. That's why I am writing in this format. Percentage d is basically used for integers. So when it comes to characters, you need to write it as percentage c if you want to print the data which is present in that particular character variable. Since sum is an integer variable, I am using percentage d here. So this is basically a syntax which you need to follow, right? So I have declared, I will explain the code once again. So I have declared two integer variables a and b, and a variable called sum to store the values to store the result of the addition of a and b. And I am assigning the values: a is equal to 10, b is equal to 10, and I am storing the result of addition of those two values into the variable called as sum, and I am printing it. We'll save it as add.c. Okay, so first I will compile this. Okay, it is throwing some error. Expected this before this. Yeah, I have missed a semicolon over here. So whenever you write a function, so main is a function, so whenever you write data inside your function, you need to end each and every instruction with a semicolon, so that the compiler will get to know that this particular instruction has been ended. So this whole line should be considered as one instruction. So I think this time it will be successful. Yes, here you can see error 0, warning 0. So now it's good to go. I shall run it. See, here on the console you can see the value 20 getting printed. So as I told, sum is the variable which stores the result of addition of a and b. So the result of addition is 20, which is stored in sum. So in order to print the data which is present in sum variable, you need to follow a particular syntax over here. You need to specify the data type specifier, and then which data you want to print, something like this. So for integer, as I told, it is percentage %d. For character it will be percentage %c, and if you use floating variable which are decimal values, then it will be percentage %f. So let's edit some of this code. Now let's check for other data types as well. So let me make it as float a, and let b be an integer itself. So float is nothing but decimal values. So since I have declared a as float, I will assign a value called as 10, a value 10.5 to variable a, and then b, let it be 10 itself, and then I'm again performing the operation a plus b over here. But since the output will be a decimal value, I cannot declare as integer. I need to declare it as float. If you declare the data type of the sum as integer, then the result also you will get it as integer. So if you see, the result will be 20.5, but it will display 20 because you have declared sum as integer. But since I want to check whether I get the proper output for decimal values, and also to show you guys, I am declaring it as float itself. So sum is of type float, b is of type integer, a is of type float again. This means there are one of the operand is decimal, one of the operand is integer, and the result is also a decimal value. So since I told, we need to change the access data type specifier as well, to do it as percentage f, sum. Right? Let me compile it. Let's see what happens. Again it is throwing some error. Expected declaration or statement. Sorry, I think I missed this semicolon. So whatever errors you are seeing over here, these are called as compilation errors. So as I told in the second lecture, in the second video, that the compiler will check for the syntax and the format of the instructions which you have written with respect to that particular language. So here our language is C, so it will check against the syntax and the format of the C language, and if it is okay, then only it will generate the binary, or else it will show errors like this. I will compile again. So this time it is successful. You can see here error 0, warning 0. Then we'll run it now. So the output should be 20.5 for us, right? Yeah, see here. The output is 20.50. Let's see what happens if we declare the sum as integer. Okay, save it. I will compile. So before you run your code, it is mandatory that you need to compile. See, now you can see on the console that 20 is getting printed. This is because the sum variable has been declared as integer type, not as decimal type. Decimal type is float. So since it has been declared as integer, it will print the integer part of the value only. it won't print the decimal value, the value which comes after the decimal point. This is because you have declared sum as integer. So guys, you saw what is integer data type and what is floating data type. So now let's see what is character data type. Okay, so let's write a simple program to print a character onto the console and see. So even for this we need to include stdio.h because we are using printf function which is present in stdio.h. So we will declare the main function. From here the execution of the program will start, and then so in order to declare a character variable you need to use char data type, and then the variable name you can give any name you want. Uh, we, but the thing is you need to follow certain rules in order to declare the variable names, which I shall explain you after the execution of this program. So I will declare it as C. Okay, and then I will assign this C to a character, let's say A. Okay, then I'm just going to print this printf. So here data type specifier %d which is for characters, and then you need to write as C. It should end with semicolon. Now I will do the char.c. Save. I will just compile it. Let's see if there are any errors. No, errors are 0, warnings are 0, then it's good to go. I can run it. Here you can see character A has been printed. So guys, I will now explain whenever you declare a variable of any type, how much memory will be allocated. Okay, so let's start with the integer variable. So whenever you declare a variable of type integer, then 4 bytes of memory will be allocated. So its format specifier is %d and %i. So for float, that is the decimal value data type. So for float it is 4 bytes and format specifier is %f. So for character it is 1 byte %c. This means whenever you declare a variable of character, like in this program you have declared C as a variable of type character. This means 1 byte of data will be allocated during the compilation time. So similarly, there is a data type called as double. So for this, the variable of double will occupy 8 bytes of data in the memory. There are many other data types as well, like long int, long int, long double, etc. So you can check the whole list of the data types in the link which I have given in the description.